Why does everything in Squid Game have a familiar sense of dislocation? Beneath all these seemingly simple symbols, what deeper meanings are hidden? Let's examine this through a semiotic perspective, revealing how this theory packages the crude social logic into a seemingly fair game. According to Saussures' semiotic theory, a sign consists of a signifier and a signified. The signifier is the perceptible element. The signified is the underlying concept or meaning. Roland Barthes further noted that when this relationship is socially accepted as truth, it forms a myth, an ideology disguised as common sense. Let's take the 1, 2, 3 phrase game in Squid Game as an example. The door and the nursery rhyme are signifiers. What they signify are our familiar childhood memories, nostalgia, and innocence. But at Roland Barthes' second level of meaning, the myth labor, these symbols are recorded into metaphors of social Darwinism. The game disguises itself as childlike fun, rationalizing elimination as inevitable, and giving players the illusion of fairness. Here, childhood innocence transforms into a fatal game of survival of the fittest. The players, dressed in uniform green sportswear and with the numbers on their chests, seems to be a vibrant group, but in fact, they have been deprived of social identity and individuality. Replaced by manageable numbers, they become replaceable parts and consumable resources in the system. This is mythologizing process. Individuals are digitized and quantified in competition. Enforcing these rules are staff dressed in pink uniforms. Pink, traditionally symbolizing gentleness and kindness, is here distorted into a starkly oppressive contrast. The circles, triangles, and squares on their masks are pure geometric symbols, denoting strict hierarchies and functional divisions. The myth of this symbol lies in the fact that power can be anonymized and dehumanized in its execution, rendering it neutral, objective, and irresistible, thus absolving its violent acts of responsibility. Coordinating the entire system is the man in the black mask, the game's overseer and the staff's leader. Black symbolizes mystery and authority. His mask is different from others. It is the only one with facial features, indicating his identity hasn't entirely vanished. He embodies the personification of the rules. He ensures the game plays fairly, but raises no moral questions about its cruelty. At the top of power sit the VIPs, wearing golden animal masks. Gold is clearly a symbol of wealth, animal forms pointing to primal desires, the lore of the jungle, and predatory instincts. These symbols construct a myth. Capital is power, and those at the apex can transcend humanity and the lore, consuming and enjoy themselves based on animal instincts. Their gaze is a consumptive stare that commodifies others' lives into entertainment, turning death into performance. The core symbol driving the entire system is the huge golden piggy bank on the ceiling. Originally, it represented childhood innocence, savings, and rewards. But the cruel rules use this symbol to starkly equate life with money, constructing an ultimate myth. All value, including humanity and life, can and must be quantified and exchanged for capital. It hangs like the sun above all players in this prison, and it is the ultimate driving force that propels the entire game forward. Players believe it can bring rebirth, but become lured, willing sacrificial victims. All these symbols depend on being watched to exist. The gaze signifies who watches and who is watched. The rich gaze at the players, and we gaze at the rich. Visuality, looking, and the gaze have been key factors in the shaping of power. Squid Game constructs an unequal power pyramid. Through symbols, we see how meaning is shaped by power. Through the gaze, we realize how control completes its circle in the eyes. This is not merely a survival game, but a stark revelation of power mechanisms.